welcome retired Major General MacKenzie.
619 years ago, 619 years ago to the day, Serbs were collecting bodies of their fallen soldiers on the field of Blackburn. That defeat, much like the Canadian defeat at the Battle of Dieppe, had a positive impact in a relatively short period. In other words, it thwarted the expansion of the Ottoman Empire into the heart of Europe. And quite frankly, it crystallized the character of the Serbian people. Now, for unfortunate reasons, Kosovo continues to occupy the thoughts of every Serb on a daily basis. In the case of the international community's decision, which, by the way, only involves less than 40 actually, of the 192 nations of the United Nations have recognized Kosovo, including, unfortunately, our own country, Canada. The fact is that, as Scott has pointed out, we've created somewhat of an artificial state there. And the world will probably regret its decision. We now have a country that's led by war criminals. Those war criminals belong to a terrorist organization as recognized by the CIA, by the Soviets, by Canadians. And we have an economy that is based on not only foreign occupation, prostitution, drug crime, and slavery trade in young girls. This is not boding well for the future of someone who calls himself a nation. There is a solution, and I hope that some of you agree with me. I wrote it 5 years ago and I haven't changed my mind. The best of a whole bunch of bad solutions is that north of the river in Mitrovica, to the border with Serbia, should declare its own independence. And the government that was established north of the river yesterday in Mitrovica is in a position to do that. I would even go so far as to say that the Republic of Srpska in Bosnia should do exactly the same thing. I'm going to leave you with a chorus from a very famous Serbian song written by Gordana Lazarevic called Vidovandan. And the chorus goes, wherever I go, I will be back, you know. Who can keep away Kosovo from my soul? Thank you. Because I started my remarks with the famous battle of 1389, I didn't have an opportunity to say what a great pleasure it is to be here. I have had conflicts with the invitations that have come to me for the last 12 years and worked very hard to protect this weekend. To come here with my wife, who unfortunately is not well, but I promise to to the propaganda from the other two sides that she's a Serb. Actually, she's Scottish. Her name is McKinnon, but she actually has a false passport I had made for her that says McKinnovich. And I would just finally say, the book that I was just presented, Bobo was kind enough to loan it to me. I read it from cover to cover, and quite frankly, you should all read it, because the intentions of President Izetbegovic and his followers in Sarajevo were even worse than I had anticipated at the time, and this is not an opinion, it's supported by evidence. So it's a really nice piece of research. It's called Unholy Terror, and I highly recommend it to you. Thanks very much.